improv is acting without a script.
Acting without a script.
It's basically acting without a script.
Acting with no script.
We play games and stuff like that, and it's kind of acting where we just make it up as we go.
It's like a very impromptu way of performing arts, and you're just going with the flow.
Improv is basically a place where you can act however you want and don't be ashamed of who you are and what you do, and it's just dramatic, a different way of trauma.
One of my favorite things when I see the kids working together isn't when I hear the funniest joke or see the biggest action. It's more so when I see 2 or 3 kids or even 4 or 5 kids just firing on all cylinders together at the same time. And it's just moment after moment after moment.
The main goal of improv is to make an individual laugh and feel like they could do anything around anybody.
I had the nerve that I feed that to them children. Oh!
I think what makes it exciting is that we kind of get to do whatever we want almost, but there's structure to it, but we get to do what we want for the most part, and we get to say what we want. There's no mistakes. We don't get penalized if we say the wrong thing, because there's no wrong thing to say.
Well, improv is exciting because every scene is different. Even though you may be playing the same game, people's interpretations of the scene and the way people go with the scene, it's always different, so it never gets boring.
Just have fun, meet new people, and it changes. Say I'm in a bad mood and I come to improv, I'll be happy in a sort of way.
The people in it, honestly, because if my class did not have the people that it has in improv would not be funny at all. The people, the different personalities, the different perspectives, and it's just due to the fact that we all know each other, we're in sync as a unit, so improv is basically more exciting because we all know each other and we know what to do.
I love tapeworms.
What I like about improv is the feeling that nothing is already planned, so the expectation that you have to do things on the fly and have a lot of fun while you're doing it is really cool.
My favorite game is Objection, honestly.
My favorite game, probably maybe Objection.
My favorite would be Objection, probably because in my class we have late debates all the time, so this is a way to do it and it's always really funny.
Favorite game is Hitchhiking Emotions. We come in one at a time and we get to do different emotions. We don't just have that one emotion that we get assigned. We get to do everyone's emotion that's in the car, so we get to kind of play around with the different ways that we can act.
It's a game where you have 4 students inside of a car and they're all acting together, but the point of it is to have these huge emotions and these huge things. So the kids who are usually the quiet, more reserved kids in the class have these huge sporadic emotions that are spread throughout the entire car.
Improv allows you to express yourself because you could be yourself around everybody in improv.
You see my hair, right? So I guess I'm expressing myself right now.
Well, improv, it's the things that you wouldn't normally do in class, or the jokes you wouldn't normally tell. You can say it in improv. Improv it's a free space and it's open to anybody's interpretation, and it just allows you to be yourself.
It allows me to express myself in a sense that if I'm feeling a little down from the rest of my classes, I can go to an improv class.
Specified world's worst football player.
It's totally fine to be different, and no one's gonna laugh or think you're stupid or foolish for having fun. As long as you're enjoying yourself, it really doesn't matter, because the more invested you are, the better it's gonna be.
Well, in other classes, I usually would probably just stay to myself, not really interact with my other classmates, just because that's how I naturally am. But improv, it really helped me to branch out and to turn to the person to my left or to my right and really acknowledge them and work together as a group.
I Outside of school, yeah, it's helped me. I'm like more inclined to say what I'm feeling rather than just keeping it inside. When somebody asks me something, I'm more inclined to share my full opinion and not just what I think they want to hear.
The main rule of improv is yes and. So really it's basically, you can turn that into a life philosophy. Just whatever life hands to you, you take it and you make it your own, which is basically what improv is.
Yeah, improv has definitely improved my confidence because now I'm more, like I said before, I'm more say what I want to say rather than what other people want to hear.
Mom, what is this? I want Nintendo!
Probably improved my confidence a little bit more because due to the fact that I'm already comfortable around everybody, making everybody smile is basically a good thing. So.
You know it was great. You can put it back together and it'll be fun.
It's so important is that it brings people out of whatever routine they think they have to be in. It kind of allows you to be flexible.
Okay.
For the most part, my improv class is people that are in my other academic classes. And when I'm in improv, I feel more like loose, I feel free. Like I can say what I want, but I usually wouldn't say the same things that I do in like other classes.
You know, you can bounce ideas off of each other and there's really no wrong answer. Like in math class, you know, there's right and there's wrong, but improv, anything is right.
So, come to this preschool often? I think it's a lot more different than other classes because in math or history where you're just trying to find answers and put it on your paper, improv is like you have to work as a group, and if you don't work, then your scenes, your games are just gonna be bad.
Yes, I would recommend improv because if you want to have fun in a class, like it's down and writing an essay or doing some homework.
I'm folding the shirts that fell off the rack.
Oh, what are you doing? I saw you jump.
I would. One, because in 10th grade you're still relatively new to the school and improv is a really good way not only to make friends but just to become more comfortable with your situation. Like I would recommend improv to really anybody, any grade.
Wasn't really happy in my relationship.
It makes me feel really good when people laugh because it means that I'm doing something right.
When we make someone laugh, it's really fun. Like it's rewarding because it's like what we've been practicing, what we're doing. It's like it's working and it's funny.
To make someone laugh is actually, it's a good thing because at the end of the day, you know you did something that's worth someone smiling.